Are we videotaping? Ah! I'm going to leave you up there by yourself. Is this just crazy? Come on. Oh, yay! More videos. I hate being videoed. Today is another wonderful lesson with Mrs. Schneider and Mrs. Rachel. Yay, us. Focus, little friends, focus. All right, today's lesson, opposite of yesterday. Now we're doing least, baby, little teeny tiny number. That's the same that you can use to multiply. So we want a small number that you can use to multiply. Crazy, I know. All right, you need to remember a multiple is a product, here's your hint, answer to multiplication, of that number and another whole number. Can't be zero. So, in other words, the multiple. What? Mrs. Rachel, it doesn't make sense. Help.
Well, I always think about multiple as like, remember you were learning multiplication and you started saying like 2, 4, 6, 8, and you started like doing the multiples?
Yes.
You never start with 0. You don't say 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. You don't do that. Or you do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, whoop, 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 like that.
She's lost it. Too much for her today. Okay, so multiples, when you're multiplying, practicing your facts.
Count bys.
There it is, count bys.
Count by 5.
If you guys can't do this, we're going to do count bys all the way to lunch, and to the library, and to the cafeteria, and to the buses, and to the parent pickup. It'll be awesome. 6th grade, like, woo, little duckies doing their count bys. So today, you're looking for the least, the smallest of these little count bys. That for both numbers, or 3 numbers, or 4 numbers, or 7 numbers, however many numbers they give you. So, method number 1 is the boring, same old as yesterday, making a list. So, step number 1, you make a list of multiples. Times 1, times 2, times 3, and you keep going. So, for example, it's giving you the numbers 3 and 5. Question is, what is the LCM for these two numbers?
That means that you started counting by 3s and I started counting by 5s. When are we going to match up with our number?
Okay, when's our number going to be the same? But I have to count by 3s. And what is she counting by? She counting by 3s? She's counting by 5s. Okay? So, we wrote them down to make it easy. My 3s, I count and I get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. And I'm thinking, surely Mrs. Rachel's going to catch me. So then Mrs. Rachel counts by 5s.
5, 10, 15.
Wait, I already said 15.
Oh, we're the same. 15, 15. Wonder Twin powers? Activate.
So, the smallest number that both 3 and 5 can multiply to make is 15. So our LCM is 15. One more fast example. If we had the numbers 6 and 9. So I would count by 6s. Mrs. Rachel's going to count by 9s. So my 6s are going to be 6, 12, 18, 24.
I'm going to stop you there.
I want 30.
A good suggestion is don't make a huge long list of like 100.
To 5.
Okay, make a smaller
Times
list.
5.
Okay.
So times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5. And she's right. Stop. You could fill out paper forever. Go times 5 and then leave it. Okay? So now Mrs. Rachel's going to count by 9s. Let's see if she can. I don't think she can. All right, Mrs. Rachel.
So my first one be like 9 times 1, because remember it's like count bys, 9. And then it's like 9 times 2, which is like 18. And then it's like 9 times 3, which is going to be like, 27. Uh-oh. So I'm not there yet. I need more, right? And this is going to be like 9 times 4, which is like 36. Are we matching up yet? When is it going to happen? Never? Okay, and then
See, she got so confused. She got stuck on those 9s. She's like, 9, what? You guys probably caught 18. So we're finished.
I was
counted my
going to
sixes.
go on forever.
But
because I was making a
why?
list. Because I'll start making a list, and I'm going to keep on writing, and then I'm going to go down to 9. I'm going to keep on writing.
But then you're going to waste all your
and then I'm going to go
time.
down. I'm going to keep on writing, and all my answer was way over here. So I always think just do a little bit.
That's
and
right.
then go do a little
That's
bit.
fine. So if she
Do a
kept
little
going,
bit.
she would have gone 45, and then stopped, and then she should have checked. So just 5. Don't keep going forever and ever. Because you could. And so now, just like yesterday, Mrs. Rachel has a secret way to teach you. There is a method 2 on your paper. I don't know a good easy way to teach this. The way I teach it might be a little controversial, and I don't want that on video. Okay, so I know, now you're all going to want to know. No, not going to tell you. You know what, if you pass this quiz, and tomorrow you can explain to me what LCM means, and you can do another example for me, I will tell you my naughty way of explaining prime factorization with the factor trees. But you have to learn this, and then I'll tell you. So, if you're curious, here's method number 2. Step 1, step 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very confusing. So now Mrs. Rachel's going to show you the fun way.
All right. So LCM, you have this in your notes again. So LCM, again, is like the birthday cake that's upside down, or it's like the stairs that are turned upside down. And we are going to do this again, but the rules are a little bit different. That's why you need to have this paper kind of handy so you can see. We're talking about the LCM, that's the least common multiple. Again, you're going to list out your primes along the side, like we did before, and they give them to you. The first 6. Sometimes you don't need all of them, but it's just good to have the first 6. Okay, here's the big difference. With LCM, you don't put all the numbers in the house. You remember yesterday we talked about GCD? You put all those numbers in the house. Okay, now LCM, it says you can only use 2 numbers inside your little upside down birthday cake. 2 those numbers inside your Keiko. That's it. No more.
I don't think
Just
Keiko's
2.
a word.
Keiko. It's not Keiko. So 2 numbers, that's it. So then you're going to kind of do the same thing with the door knocking, but whenever we outline it, we're going to outline it as an L. So I'm going to go ahead and show you an example. I want you to look down here. Has like the little stars. It says, if you have the 2 numbers and they have nothing in common, what you're going to do is multiply those 2 numbers together. So if you say...
But how do you know if they have something in common?
Because you're going to go down and be like, no, I got nothing.
Right, so you have to go down this
Yeah,
list.
down the list.
So you have to go down and try
2,
these
3,
prime numbers.
5, nothing. I got nothing. Then you're like, what do? I got nothing. Then you would multiply them together. So you might every once in a while see that happen. Okay, so we'll tell a little story, and then we'll see how LCM applies to those words with the story. So we have 2 boys. They're on the swimming team. We have Evan and we have Renzo. Okay? They're swimming their laps, so they're going back and forth in the pool. They're swimming their laps. They're going to start at the same time. But Evan, it takes him 8 minutes to swim down and back, making 1 lap. Okay? And then Renzo, it's a little bit faster. It takes him 6 minutes to swim down the pool and back, completing his lap. Now, if they start at the same time, how many minutes are going to pass until they're like back starting again off of the wall? So this would be like, here they go. Oh, one's a little bit faster. Oh,
So I can just draw a bunch of pictures.
Oh, one's a little bit faster. One's a little bit faster.
Evan, Renzo. Evan goes, and here's Renzo. He goes faster. So then he's going to keep going. Oh, that's really hard. I don't like drawing the picture. Can you show me an easier way?
I can show you an easier
The
way.
picture's too hard.
So we're going to do our primes across the side. So let's do our primes
2,
over here.
3, 5, 7, 11, 13.
Okay, that's enough. So that's enough of our primes that we listed. So now we have 2 numbers. Remember, how many numbers can I put inside that cake or that upside down staircase?
For this, only 2, because see, you're on your L. Here's 1, 2. You have 2 parts of your L, and only 2 numbers can go on the inside.
Okay, that's a good way to remember it. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put, doesn't matter what order, but I'm going to go ahead and put the 6 first and the 8. Because I like things to be in order from least to greatest, but it still works. So now I'm going to look at my 2 and say, can 2 knock, knock, knock on the door? Can 2 go into 6 and can 2 go into 8 evenly? Yes, yes. So I'm going to let 2 knock on my door. 2 will go into 3. How many times?
2 goes into 6,
I'm sorry.
3
2
times.
comes to 6. That was the answer. 3. Okay, 3. Then 2 will go into 8. How many times?
4.
Okay. Now I'm going to look. Can 2, don't draw this part yet. This is the only thing that's a little bit different. Don't put like a roof on your house. Leave a blank. Can 2 go in again?
No, not evenly.
No. Okay, what about 3?
And you can go into 3?
The 3 can't go into 4 evenly.
No, so it won't work.
Okay, so we're done with this list. So now what you're going to do, if you have a highlighter or a color pencil or something I think is a little bit better, at least the first few times.
I'm going to tell you, you have to use a highlighter every time. Every time. Not sometimes. Every time. So get ready.
You don't want to be scratching out your numbers. It looks ugly and confusing. So if you use your highlighter, oh my gosh, what did I draw?
An L!
An L! Did you see it? It's an L. It's a little, like, you know, it's laid out, but it's an L.
Stretching.
Okay? That is the higher L. Lay it down. So now I'm taking my ones that knocked on the door and the ones that are dancing on the roof. Okay, and we're going to multiply those bad boys together. So then I'm thinking 2 times 3 is how much?
6.
And then 6 times 4 is how much?
24.
So now I found the LCM.
Oh, that's
24.
so much better than my picture. Oh,
Yeah,
my picture was so confusing.
Okay, but since it's a story problem, what am I talking about when I say 24? Am I like talking about 24 cats,
Frogs.
you know, 24 frogs, 24 what? We said 24 minutes. So that means if they started together here and they're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, when it gets 24 minutes, they'll actually be on the wall, kicking off to swim again at the same time. All right? So that's what the story problems are going to, they're kind of sound like that. If we start different activities, you know, or even the same activity, and we have different times, like maybe Miss Schneider's like kind of gross, so she only washes her hair like every 6 days.
Ew!
And then I'm like clean, so I'm like washing my hair like every second day. Then when will we wash our hair on the same day? That's the kind of thing.
That's a
we like
bonus
looking at.
question. But I'm going to tell you, Mrs. Rachel's the every 6 days. I'm the every 2 days.
I tried for 7 days, but I just can't do it.
See?
I really want
Told you.
to do it.
I wash mine like every
I've
other.
got like the big like curly hair, like straight and blow dry. I want to leave it. Like,
So, okay, so let's pretend. I wash my hair every 6 days. She washes her hair every 2 days. Because this is pretend. When are we going to wash our hair? Again.
All walkers to the office. All walkers to the office.
You're not a walker. You're not going anywhere. So, we wash today. Today. How many days will it be until we wash our hair again on the same day?
Mr. Almost, please call the office. Mr.
All right, let's do
Almost,
one more
please
example.
call the office.
Alright. Okay, we'll do one more example because I want to do 3 numbers and show you 3 numbers. So if it's asking for the LCM of, they're going to tell me like, okay, let's do 14, 21, and 28. So when I do LCM, I'm thinking I got my L, 1, 2 parts. How many numbers can I stick in here?
Two.
There's 2. Okay, so let's put 14 and 21. What do I need going along the side over here? I need to put my
Prime numbers. Your
my
list.
prime numbers. My list. It's going to start with 2.
3, 5, 7, 11, 13.
Okay, and you may, if you have a huge number, you might get down here. So the first thing I'm going to look at, remember, go in order. Can 2 knock on the door? 14, yay! knock on the door 21? Nay. Okay, so we can't use it. I'm going to go ahead and cross it off my list so I don't get confused. Then I'm coming down here for 3. Can 3 knock on the door? No. Can 5 knock on the door? No. Can 7 knock on the door?
That's why the long list is important. You're thinking, oh, 2, 3, I can't, I'm going to move on. You've got to go through the first 6 prime numbers. Okay?
In order. So 7 will go into 14 how many times?
2,
Okay, and then 7 will go into 21 how many times?
3.
Okay, remember on this one, don't draw the roof. Just leave it open in the air, okay, getting the breeze. So now I'm looking at 7. I've already eliminated these. Can 7 go in there again? No. 11, 13, none of that. No. So now with your highlighter, you're going to highlight the door knockers and the ones that are dancing on the roof, la la la, out in the air. I'm going to multiply all those numbers together. 7 times 2 times 3. So 7 times 2
14.
is how
But
much?
it would be easier, can I do 2 times 3?
Yes.
Because I would get 2 times 3, which is 6. And I know 6 times 7 is 42.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter what order I multiply, right?
Because of, what was that property called?
Commutative.
Okay, so it means I can swap them out if I
Yes,
want to multiplication.
that's much easier.
And you'll get the same answers. Okay, so multiply those together. Now, many people are going to be like, oh, man, I'm finished. I'm not finished.
What about
Oh,
28?
breakfast. Oh, I took care of my 14. I took care of my 21. I haven't dealt with my 28 yet. So now you're going to go back. We're going to pick up 42 as one of our numbers and 28 as another number. Or if I should explain that. Okay? So that you can see, we're basically starting over again. So what we got up here becomes one of our numbers, and what we still have left up here becomes the other one of our numbers. Maybe it would be a good idea, so I don't get confused, I'm going to go ahead and draw this list again. And I'm going to think about, can 2 go in? Can 2 go in to 42?
Yes.
Yes. And it can go into 28. So this is, remember, this is my way. If you need to do it off to the side, do it off to the side. 2 will go into 4 how many times?
2.
2 will go into 2 how many times?
1.
Okay? Or you could have done that off to the side and did the whole 42. Okay, you do that. 2 will go into 2 how many times?
1.
2 will go into 8 how many times?
4.
Okay? So now, looking at my 2, 2 can't knock on this door for 21. So I'm going to have to get rid of my 2. So now I'm going to look at 3.
Nope,
Will
it
3
won't
go
go
into
into 14.
No. 5?
Nope.
No. 7? All right. Love 7. Okay. 7 will go into 21 how many times?
3.
7 will go into 14 how many times?
2.
Okay, if you look at these numbers, they're too big. I'm done. Okay, so now
What does she need? The highlighter.
grab your
Right.
highlighter. And now my L's a little low like that. That's like a Lucy L. That's all right. Got to pick up my door knockers and my rooftop folks. So now it's 2 times 7 times 3 times 2. And remember what Ms. Schneider said is you can multiply them in any order that you want to. So what do you want? What order would you like?
I like 2 times 2,
Okay, so let's do 2 times 2.
which is 4.
Okay,
And then I'm going to do 4 times 7,
okay,
which is 28. And then my 3.
okay. And then 28 times 3 equals
84.
So here, because it's not a story problem, I can just say the LCM is 84. The LCM is 84. Okay, because it wasn't a story problem. And that's kind of like the cheating way, the quick way, the secret way.
Awesome way.
The way we learned last year that we're like, yes, awesome.
All right, for your quiz. WSQ,
gosh.
4 numbers. 4.
4.
She made the quiz. Be mad at her. She's mean. She's mean. So here's a hint on this one. You're going to go through and you're going to find LCM of 4 and 8. You're going to get an answer here. Second step, you're going to use the question mark and the 12. You're going to find the LCM for those, which is going to be here. And then your final step is to use the star, the LCM of whatever you got, and 12, and then this and 16. So you're going to do 3 separate problems to get the answer. Because remember, on LCM, only 2 numbers could go in the L. Only 2, not 3. Okay, submit your answers.